45 minutes left in the trading session. Welcome back to the close. Here we go. Look at how things stand heading into the last hour of the day. We were positive there for a few seconds anyways on the S&P. Back to 0.01 to the downside, 0.04 for the Dow here in NASDAQ, hanging on to a slight gain. It's been a bit of a choppy session. Choppy start to the week, but wow, guys, Square making headlines today with an acquisition and making all kinds of moves today. Let's get going.
Square moved today? Really? I actually didn't notice. I mean, obviously, you guys were here in the morning show. You kind of know. Yeah, dip buy. Of course, there was a dip buy on Square. I mean, they're only spending 29 billion Aussie dollars. Well, I mean, it's all share of the deal. But yeah, anyways, there was no dip buy to have. Only a break to the upside. We'll talk about it because it will be the winners, losers.
I'm here.
Gesundheit.
Yes,
Winners, losers, it doesn't matter. We'll show you what the thought process was and why it went wrong and why I'm not short at 280. I'm not actually sure, but Square still in an upward trend, looking pretty crazy. Another name, Dolphin, came through. Actually launched that NFT, and you'll see a secondary spike. It was a good short this morning in DLPN. I didn't have the top. We're able to get this one off of like 10 in the pre-market, but a secondary break to the upside. This is 1140. Just to quickly go over to the daily chart. This last peak here is also 1140, so you can kind of figure what we're getting at here. So it just made a double top. This is the second time I've shorted this level. Well, the first time I actually got 37s. The second time we did it in the 20s off a lower high. Starting to work its way back down, but very, very strong DLPN here, up 40%. Doing lots and lots of volume, lot to get to here, guys. We're going to cover it all. We got to be flat by the end of the day, though.
Yeah, we got to be flat by the end of the day. I just actually took finally right now a Square long position here, and we'll see where we go from this. You know, we're going to try to play off this bottom. Let's see. I mean, it's just pulled back in off 280. This is all-time high. I mean, 283. What was it? 283, not 20, 283.19. So you're 10 bucks away from all-time high. We'll test it here. We'll test a small position here on the long 227, 274. 12 right now. Just trying to play off this bottom and then the 270 break. So let's wait to see. We've started to build a position. Not the end of the world here. This is going to be my first one today on this. Just want to check back on JD. We did have a big banger on this early, and then it fell down a little bit, and we got over our last 10% right there. So a nice little win there for JD. And then the name that we have on board right now, and I tweeted this out, and almost as soon as it came out here, we tweeted it, and that was, it's funny little headline here. Rocket companies, so formerly Quicken Loans, so keep that in mind, Quicken Loans, announces launching into solar energy industry. So we went long, and I said, not sure how mortgage companies getting into solar energy, but I'm long. So we did take the long here. I'm also long in my own account. That had nothing to do with solar, but we'll see if there's any headwinds from that, or sorry, tailwinds or headwinds. Who knows where we're going to be going, but I'm going to be long Rocket Mortgage. Bounced off 18 a couple times. So we'll wait to see. It's Rocket Companies, not Rocket Mortgage. And apparently they're ready to take off in the solar space. So we'll wait to see where it goes from here. But they got the right symbol for it. So, hey, we'll see. Someone messaged me, tweeted at me, Jam on it on Twitter, messaged me and said maybe they're going to be acquiring somebody in the solar space. So we'll see. But right now, Rocket Companies just bouncing around, up 5%. Nice to be a shareholder today. I just don't know if it holds.
Yeah, and wow, it's interesting you say. Speaking of off to space or off to the races, I don't know. We'll try to make a segue there, and it's going to kind of fail. Reporting this week. Today is the the second. So reporting late this week. I think it's later on this week, probably the 5th. Is Virgin Galactic? They don't actually have any earnings to report. I don't know what to say. I mean, they don't. The guys are a zero revenue company. They're not actually sending people into space yet. They do have bookings. They had a successful launch. Of course, we talked about this on the way up and the way down. Today it's on the way up, and up 7%, big time mover, of course. There's already a bit of a top here, but you can sort of see this was cut in half every time it got to that 60 level, and we sort of have covered that before. But going into earnings, it's interesting that it's been able to hold this cluster here. You pop in the 15-minute just so you guys can get a better look at what I think would be the roof, at least before earnings, this 35 level. There's always possible that you could squeeze in the stock and maybe it gets through there. If this move had extended into like 34, 35, I probably would already be short, but certainly want to put on your radar. For me, Sean, I don't know. I just looked at that Rocket story and was like, if I miss it, anytime there's a spike on news, the only level I will defend, you guys can probably figure it out. I always look at these pullback prices. If it holds once on a pullback, it's worth a scalp the second time. This is exactly $18. This is VWAP in exactly $18. Scalp trade in front of $18. There's literally nothing else to do. Got DLPN, and then is RMED, which was a short all morning long for me. well, I mean, not only more long, you just got one short off the whole trade. Turned into a bit of a long trade. So as I was putting in these higher lows, it managed to hold the breakout price despite coming all the way back. Turned a bit bullish when it broke this 410. And as long as it can hold this higher low at 390, I'm going to be long. I got 406 to the long side, so that rocket still DLPN to the short side, which is stalling out just a little bit here. So as much as it's been pretty good, and I have not been looking any gift horses in the mouth, it's trying to put in a lower high again. So, this is that high 1140 we talked about, a lower high, another lower high here. If this doesn't actually break down at this point, at least to 1040, maybe give that close, like 85, 75, 85 cent win, then maybe we're taking out the top on DLPN, and I'm not letting 1150 go. I will be covering 1,000,000%. No chance. I'm not letting 1150 go unless somehow my stop order doesn't work.
Yeah, that's what happened to us on AMD today as well. We missed that 107 punch. We talked about that. And we don't want to miss the same thing here in Square. We just took another long, and now we're nicely in the money, 273.78. So here it goes to the upside right now. Like this position, we just took another one. So we're long 78 right now. It's at 14. Let's take a piece off and see where we go. AMC to the moon? I don't know. Not today, doesn't look like. We'll see where it's going right now, but that is a nice little move upside here. Sorry, to the downside, 35.97. We did take it long. This was basically this. We're still up on this, believe it or not. I think I'm up 43 cents. This is the same price, and then just minus a couple fees here. So upside, downside. Is someone calling me? Brendan, what's up, Brendan?
Speaking of AMC, guys, how about GameStop as well? Just noted market heading back to day lows. GameStop trying to head back to day lows as well. This level down here was the lowest level for GameStop since May, if anyone can believe that, guys.
Yeah, I mean, AMC and GameStop looking weak, and obviously there's still this double bottom on AMC at 31 that we're looking for. First things first, it does have to break this 34.50. That goes back to the 23rd. That's the lowest high. That's the next lowest high. This is that higher low off of that 31 double bottom. I'll get there eventually, guys. It's Monday. 34.70 here. If it breaks that, then you're headed down towards that double bottom at 31. GameStop didn't really look too much at that one, but it's certainly worth a look in the future. Cassava Sciences, another one that we want to talk about here. Did have a long trade this morning. I haven't gotten back into it. I just played the opening break. It then retested this here, missed that reentry, makes a fresh high at 87. So still looking pretty bullish, but if you traded Sava last week, you remember 150 to cut more than in half, and now making the slow march back. This is what we're talking about. Got triple topped here, like 145, 150. Got cut all the way down to 65. You remember we had that short in the afternoon show. Well, it's going to the upside today, but cannot seem to break past that range. 95 is going to stick out like a sore thumb, but I'm kind of looking back. If we get a rollover here through about $80, I'm going short. I just like the weakness that it already has, and the trend isn't exactly broken just yet. Seems to be forming a bit of a wedge. You get $2 down, I won't hesitate to short this one. But Dolphin, 40 cents in the money. I think this one can get down to that 1040, but it's running out of time to do so.
So I'm just noticing here that, again, like I'm on Twitter. I'm here to answer, talk to you guys. What's up to Tim, and what's up here to TIVS. They're talking about here, you can roll your solar plan loan into your mortgage, but you have to deal with two different companies. So now maybe, and a big shout out to that, and I did want to shout out also here to right here, Manolitopao. Thank you so much. Yeah, that makes sense. Now they can get into the loaning of funds and stuff like that for residential solar. So that makes sense. And again, I didn't read into the story, but that makes sense for sure. So that's good for Rocket Mortgages and Rocket Companies is what they're called. So when we were just talking last time, we did have a 30-cent winner on Square. Now it's coming to the downside. Look at the NASDAQ looking like it's going to crack here as well. So we're going to put a little bit of risk into this, but nothing too huge on this today. We are averaged into it twice there. We're trying to see if it can hold this bottom to 271 and change. And then, of course, the breakthrough 270 won't be nice. So we'll wait to see if that happens. But again, if the NASDAQ keeps turning over like it's doing right now, then it's only going to be downside. Because if you notice, Like, when was Square at its high? I mean, it's probably just started to drip down ever since the NASDAQ turned around. I mean, that was 1230, probably right around here. 15,000 was that high there on NASDAQ. I mean, Square's coming back. We're not in trouble by any stretch of the imagination. We're out of the money 70 cents here. But we do want to average into it, and just a couple more buys. Low 272s here into that print. Won't mind that. That's $1 away from that print, though. Wouldn't mind taking a piece out there if we can get it. More shares in there. And then I'm still going to hold on to this thing until we get to 270 or so as a breaking spot, and out a little bit at 274 if it breaks again. Because, look, we have had problems. Actually, it's even higher. 274.50 maybe, 274 was the last time, yeah. A little bump up in NASDAQ and this thing will go. So I like this position, we're in it, and I'm happy with it. Pinterest just continues to get beat up. That's down to $57. And in the missed trade of the day, and I didn't miss it. I mean, I did miss it because I don't have it on, but we did talk about it, and that was AMD. I mean, what a great win this has been, man. We've had this idea since the low 70s, and people asked me if I paired some off. I talked about that. Yes, I have. Paired off about 25%, an average price of about 102.50 or so. Out at 105, out some 98s. So that's what that is. And then as you can see here, starting to turn around. And this was the trade that we missed. This 107 break was actually 107 even. It was right here. It just bumped and just kept on running. So we'll see if it can get back into this area tomorrow. But for right now, I don't think it looks too promising, especially with the NASDAQ coming down. Don't mind getting long, though, if we can get to this 108.50 level, which, hey, we might be coming there soon. Profit taking maybe on AMD.
You think there'll be profit taking at some point on it. People might be taking profit on INFI up 44%. I see you guys talking about it. It's all good. We do have that break that just happened now. I mean, it just took the high of the day, but immediate reversal. It's a good volume spike here, and it's trying to hold up, but you had one time at 305, another time through 306, and it kind of stopped at 309. This time trying to get through 313. It's nothing terribly sexy about this level at this particular price. If this thing wants to extend to like 375, I think you get some bag holders involved there. Ooh, new position alert. So you guys probably remember Moxie. Yeah, you know, every now and then it's been a good short when there's big size. There's nothing about the size offer, but when this thing flushed through 25, you might remember that crazy halt. It then tried to get back to 20. This is on 2030 here, guys. Next day you had a high there. Next day you had a 1950. We just tested 20 this morning. And as you can see, we've just hit there again. So you know, people are asking, I saw someone in the chat asking, where do you select your stocks? For me, like there's a list of things we're following. Someone mentioned that Moxie was on the move again today, but I had missed out on it at that point. Like it had already made that spike to the upside. I'm like, yeah, okay. But in the afternoon, if it's going to double test that 20 level, and I already know from the last time it was at this price, it was a good flush. I have a nice out. We can go high of the day, round it up to 2025, go short in front, risk about like 30, 40 pennies or so. See if we can't get it back into like 1950, then 1920. I know it can be a bit of a mover. And speaking of that, here comes Dolphin one more time. So here comes 1150. I'll probably take it third time's the charm, I guess. We'll take it one more time here if I can get it in the 30s, but 1150 is the out, no question about it. I'm not going to let this go through that high of the day at 48. I round up to 50, obviously, because that's a nice round number, and we'll see if Dolphin will work the third time through. But every single time I'm taking profit because you don't want to look that gift horse in the mouth. Not a good way to go about it. Is that Brendan?
DigitalOcean Holdings, guys. We saw this one pop up a couple of times this morning, just right now, in fact. Getting to all-time highs. So it cleared 58.60 there for all-time highs, about 16%. Citron was tweeting this morning about this one on the positive side of things for DOCN, guys.
Okay, we'll have a quick look at that. I did want to talk a little bit and shout out to, oh no, who was it? ANAS there. Let's look at some Corsair. I guess they're reporting tomorrow. If we can confirm that, Valeria, CRSR tomorrow? I think it is. I think we saw it on the list. And you guys would know anyways. So before we go crazy, let's just have a quick look. So Corsair, again, they went nuts. And if you remember, I was trading this thing on the meme day, I guess it was, when it went all the way to $43. This is a day when BlackBerry, you can go back and look, June 14th. So when you're looking at charts, please don't consider like these kind of breakouts here. I was talking about it as being a nice breakout. We'll have to look at Wendy's as well. It was that same day there. So there it goes, a nice little yes, move back up for Square. So we'll go Weed Batman for Square. Okay. But this is Corsair. And the reason why I like this, now Square busting out to profitable land again. Now that I see this chart here, this is exactly what I like, to be honest with you, on earnings. Where you're getting some consolidation down here. Now, I'd much rather it be in this area so that we could have some downside protection here, because we basically are at our downside protection, like right now. So yes, that's correct. Thank you, Valeria, for tomorrow. So this is a good possibility here. We'll have to see the short percentage, but I think Corsair does have a good chance to blow these numbers out. Gaming's been absolutely huge, obviously. People upgrading and things like that. So let's wait to see what Corsair does, but thanks for bringing that to our attention. I think this is nicely coiling up. You have a downward move here, plus you're gonna have some kind of a short percentage that Brendan will give to us, and then, you know, it's going to start to pop. So we've already seen it go here, 31 up to 43. I mean, that's, again, off Reddit. I don't think that happens tomorrow. But if you do get going here, I think 31, 32 is not out of the question, and that's 20%. So about 10%, sorry, to 31, 32. And if you get higher than that, maybe you can get back to these levels, 34, 35. So I don't mind Corsair. Yo, what up,
Tommy, you just plug in Corsair, because I'm like 99.9% sure that they make these bad boys, don't they?
Keytronic?
No, the Stream Deck, man. Like, don't they make these? I'm like, okay, somebody, you guys let me know. Like, Corsair, they make these ones, don't they? The Stream Deck that we use for our. Yeah,
well,
you know,
I mean,
like this little stuff around here.
I mean, find out if they make them. I don't know. Who makes Stream Deck, guys? You let us know. But right now, thank you, Nicole Harris. Thank you so much for that morning coffee with the US dollar might equal $10. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much. Sure? No, the US dollar is worth more than the Canadian dollar. So thank you so much for that one, Nicole Harris. That's going to be like.
Yeah, they said it's Corsair through Elgato.
$18. There it is. Okay, guys, here we go. Big time movement up here. We could buy a Stream Deck now. Probably not. As right now, Square going to the upside, guys. And yes, we did it again. Nice bids down to the downside. Now we go upside with Square, still trying to make some moves. So we making money moves here. What's up, Cardi B? Right to the top, 274.13. Let's go. There it is one more time. I smile, you smile, we smile. Square, put it on the board. Profit. Let's go, Square.
Yeah, it looks like it's right. Elgato and Stream Deck. Why not? We'll go for it. Dolphin still making that move to 11.50. I think we'll take the reverse and break out to this. Oh, wow. Do we even get it? Get it? Did I get it? Did I just pay up to 15? Fail break. Sorry, not 15, sorry. Paid up to 60 there on a bit of a breakout. So the third time is not a charm. 1, 2. Always take your profit counter trend, guys, but just paid up for the long. And then able to get some more shares in there as it's clapped back. 47.5 now the long, because it did an immediate fail right back into like 11.35, which is kind of crazy. Like, that's a gift that I can't keep doing that. We'll hit another key here. But if we break back into that 75 range, I'll take some out. I'll take some out in front of 12 even if we can get there. But Dolphin, if you can't beat them, join them. And the NFT game is going upside today. We talked about this, you know, obviously off that 1140 level because it did stick out there on the daily chart, but the reversal was ugly at first. I'm like, 60s, that kind of stinks on a 50 break. And then it slammed right back. I'm like, are you kidding me? I can get 35, and then it just immediately gave us right in the middle. Let's see if you can't get this one to 12 even. If you can't beat them, join them. Make money on the short, make money on the long, either way. But Ahmed, speaking of longs, that's putting me to sleep. We got 27 minutes. This thing doesn't get going in the next 10 minutes. I'm just taking it out. And if it's right here flat, I'm just going to have to do it. You got Dolphin going all over the place. I mean, Rockets at least off that 18 level. I could be trading that EVK, which is back on the move, by the way, to the downside, guys. EVK down $1.30 since the open, so it's on a bit of a reversal. 465 right here is that post-halt low that we talked about. So looks like that's going to be a short as well.
All right, guys, the Square guy loving it. Square now accepting payment at your local pizzeria. As there it goes, guys, another $1.70 win there for Square. So out. We talked about why we were buying these and defending the bottom for sure. Very, very kind words, Vivek, that I was missed on Friday, but I was definitely watching, and Arun was setting it on fire as well. So congratulations to Arun for his continued success, and he'll be filling in for us whenever we get some time off. So thank you to Arun for that one. And again, thank you for the love. I love coming back here. As you know, this is my 20th year with the same company. So pretty good. I must be some sort of a good employee at some point. AMC to the downside. EQT starting to move now. Dolphin, of course. Neil's talking about that one. AMD starting to bounce again. 109 and change right now for AMD. Did it get that low? We were looking at this thing at 108.50 again. But now that I'm long Square and kind of protecting that long right now, we can wait to see it's into this area right around here, like 108. Like there's this jump off right here that those started sort of this move down. We did retrace back down to 107 and change. Just wondering if maybe it's better to wait till we get a little bit closer here to volume weighted average price, which is VWAP. I believe that's what it stands for, right, Robbie? There, volume weighted average. What did I call it before? Price or what was? Do you remember what it was? Volume. It wasn't volume. Value. Value weighted average price. When we first filming some of our videos, I called it value weighted at one point, and that was apparently pretty hilarious.
In defense, like when we talk for this long, there's sometimes some utter nonsense comes out of our mouths. Like it is what it is. You're on air forever. It does happen to you there, but value weighted average price might as well be a thing. I can deal with it. Dolphin through 12. I'm not taking any more breakouts on this silly thing. I actually was just about. And speaking of mistakes, yeah, I was about to put a stop order in and just took some shares out at 11.50. Look, 11.55. It's profitable, but I went to go tight stop for half the shares and then let the rest ride. Ended up punching out of some shares here, and I'm not going to chase this one up. I could have got back in at 11.70, but that's like 20 cents away from that particular price. It's still going to the upside, and yeah, it's going to still be actually profitable off that last dip, so it's not the end of the world. I talked about EVK very quickly there. But got short off of this level. When I talked about the post halt price, it halted up at 930, came back in, tested 465, and then right to the upside. So we shorted a bunch of times for some profit. One breakout long that didn't work, some shorts that were okay. It tested that high again and failed. Now it's broken through that halt low, that 465. I'm short at 61s here at the bottom end of the range. Let's see what it does into the close. Of course, only 20 minutes to go. Unlikely to add. I have 5 positions on, although I mean, Rocket is just off this 18 level. That's about as simple as it gets. If it breaks 18, it's out. The rest, they're movers here. Dolphin, EVK, Armed. We'll see what happens. It's back in the money, but it really needs to get going. And of course, as usual, Moxie, when it hits a level, it just goes down.
I want to say again, thank you for all the kind words, and thank you to Valeria. Thank you to everybody here on the chat. What's up to everybody that's part of Hydration Nation? We just sit here and we're chilling out right now. This is $1.80 in the money right now with Square, and I have Rocket. And then just so you guys know, I do have a sheet up here, not a sheet, another screen with a couple daily charts here of 20-minute, 3-minute. I get those questions all the time. And then a few different screens right set up over here, Twitter and how I talk to you guys, a few different things here. This is more for aesthetics, nothing. And then what you guys see on the screen right here. So there's always a few different things set up here. And I thought that was pretty funny about Forerun. Someone said something about, I should have been fired in the first week or something for themselves. Hopefully not me, I don't think. But great job. Thank you, Pro Day Trader here as we continue to go. Doing this job is easy when you're as passionate as we all are. So for me, it's no problem. And that's why I hope you guys enjoy the show. Okay, Neo today. Absolutely destroyed. Neil and I were going back and forth. Do we do Square, which I think was a good learning opportunity? You'll see that. And then Neo, which was an absolute banger. I missed doing the sticky notes for you guys on Friday. But, look, 45.20 and then long off any dips. What else are we supposed to do? Long right there, bottom wickens. What up, Brendan? We've got the bottom wick right there, 44.30. And then we had the top wick on that exact same move. And then we also got 45.20. And then we did wind up holding a little bit there for a beautiful move to the high side there. So that's a good little trade there on NIO. And then today off deliveries, of course, we saw XPEV, Neo, and Liato all going. So it's XPeng is the company name. XPEV is the symbol. But right now you're dropping down to VWAP one more time here. So this is looking somewhat interesting. The last time, obviously, VWAP hasn't been much today, back and forth, and didn't really have anything to do with any of these trades. So we'll wait to see. But, 45.90, 45.80, something like that. If that breaks lower, I think we try a little bit of a short here against 46. So breaking below now, we'll take this short and we'll get out if it breaks back above 46. I'm still in a $2 winner on Square, debating. This will be coming out, guys, at a 237.20 break. So if this comes back down, we will make sure that we capture for sure $1, but right now, hey, why not, man? We are now cruising for a bruising. $1.80 in the money. There he goes. Take it off, and we'll play our favorite song because that's how we're feeling today, man. We're hyped up. We're ready to rock and roll. Oh, Canada, everybody out there. Hope you're enjoying the civic holiday as your boy is here grinding.
And all crypto falling. I don't see too big of a move to the downside, but I can tell you, like the NFT game is pretty strong today. That's what happened with this Dolphin, but it is clustering at the top. There was a question in there just now: can Dolphin get back to $24? You're probably not going to hear me say yes. Like anytime you see a level that is just on a straight pure squeeze parabolic type move like this, some of those prices don't matter. I mean, if we break through the high at 12 today, like maybe this thing will get back to like a 14 or 15. But this is a hype thing. Actually properly valuing some of these NFC type names is almost impossible. Yeah, on momentum, can we get through like 12 and maybe take it to 14 or something like that? I think so. It's possible. But for me, it's a scalp trade that we're in and out as a day trader. I think that's the best way to play some of these. Long term, it's about anyone's guess. I mean, as far as spec plays go, I mean, you can probably find some support on a stock like this, and for spec plays, why not? I'm not in the NFT game, so it's not something I love. I'm long because it's a day trade, guys. It was a pure momentum, took out that 1140 level that was a double top, that was a level on the daily chart. That's why we like that breakout in Dolphin. Had nothing to do with anything else. Not a fundamental play whatsoever. And I guess it is possible for Ahmed to move. You just have to complain about things enough sometimes, and they'll start to go right back towards this high. It just happens that we're looking at this 420 level, but I want us closer into VWAP, right? Volume needs to come back in. It did make a nice little low, and now it's trying to break back to the upside. So getting off its schneid, it's 340. We are running out of time. Gonna have to get flat in the next few minutes or so on most of these positions. Brendan.
Just saw XPeng guys pop back up here. Yeah, breaking back, I guess, through 43 or coming back towards 43. Some volume came in there to the downside. So we're not able to get above 44. Tried a couple of times, but decent numbers, if you remember, back to this morning for monthly deliveries for all three EV makers from China.
We'll see. There it is. On that note, we'll see if we can slay Brendan's EV name right now. And we are short NEO now, so I actually missed the trade that we wanted. We wanted short 87s, and then I was just like, forget it. I'm going to punch short. So I got a little impatient there and punched short at 45.80 because, again, missed the initial trade. So we'll wait to see. It does go in the money for us, a dime piece there. We're going to wait for a little lower, although we love dimes. We'll take a little more than that, 45.60, see if we can get it down to the downside right now. We'll see about moving it to, our targets, then maybe down here, 45.30. We're just trying to top off the day, man. I mean, like, I didn't even take a $2 winner here on Square. Was hoping for a little bit more. My day is huge. I don't have any, right now, 0 LFT, so we'll wait to see where we're going from here, but still 237. This is about to break, so we do want to get out of Square if it does come back down. And again, just using off, this is a 3-minute chart right here, so we do have the moving average right in here, so we're cracking it, and there we go. So now we are out of Square, so that's a good little win for us. The last bit was ho-hum, just an 82-cent winner, so we'll fire off some hot dogs, and we had obviously more than that upside there, so a nice little bit there for us on Square, and there it is. Now we don't have to worry about this dip down, and with only 20 minutes left, and if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. I hope you're enjoying it as much as we are, and okay, let's go NEO to the downside, hopefully. We're trading actual physical equity, right? We're not trading CFDs or options or anything like that. And every time you see a purple note on my screen like we do here, that's going to be a short. And then maybe we can go over to another stock like JD maybe this morning. These are all long. So when I start a position with greens and end it with reds, so the green is the long and the reds are the outs, right? So that's what happened there on JD, and that's how you can easily follow us on the show, guys. So that's that. And unfortunately, when we left the show, AMC was still positive, and now you're down that 4 and a bit %, and it's taking out some key levels. This is why we were long early and then dropped it. I'm up 43 cents on this name. Just a reason why I'm telling you, just a fee situation there. So now you're coming to the downside. As soon as we broke that 35.60 or 70, nice little push to the bottom. Let's see if it can hold that 35 level, guys.
I see you guys wanted to talk about XPO there. We'll get to it in a quick little second. Just going to update some positions. The 340 hit. We got like 7 or 8 minutes to go until I usually like to start really pairing off. Moxie's starting to roll over, so that one continuing to be a bit of a one. We'll go gates of hell for that stock because it's always going to be a short for me. But Dolphin, on the other hand, comes right back. So the shorts were good. The long was a mixed trade because we did get it a second time here, and we'll have to stop the rest of that out at 11. It couldn't get past that 1180 on the breakout, so you're going to get smaller muted wins here in Dolphin. Keep in mind, the trend is still to the upside, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to let this fall all the way back to VWAP on me. Can't let it happen. EVK starting to roll into the downside, and RMED starting to move up, but you guys want to know about XPO. Whoops. There we go. Load. Oh, my goodness. Don't freeze on me. Okay, my chart just froze. Oh, no, it just came up. Okay, so XPO Logistics is getting absolutely crushed on the session today, but it is essentially baselining and doing absolutely nothing. Now, I will say, like, basically the only thing I would say is, if you ever look at something like this, and I should go to like a daily chart, always let the dust settle. That being said, there is something called catching a falling sword, and that 80 does stay. It's an obvious round number, but there was a ton of clustering around that particular price. If you like it, I'm not in this name. Can't say I'd be looking at that one, guys. But this is a spin-off type play here, and I want to see if there's going to be catching a bit of a bounce on XPO. Who knows? It could be worth it at 80, but I want to say something about that square position. Just Square, I don't think I've ever in my entire career, because I trade a lot of, you guys talked about this before, I've traded a lot of buyouts in my day, and what has happened on Square today is quite possibly the strongest response that I've seen to an all-stock transaction. Usually at some point, like, there is some selling into the market. I don't know if it's because, you can't even say it's because Square got beaten up. Like, you can't say it was some kind of a weird value plague. It was just unbelievable strength going into it. A lot of times you're able to catch value in that first hour as the arb gets put on and the selling comes in because they're spending billions of dollars in diluting the share price. In this particular case, they just love it so much, and it's a great diversification it's a great addition for them because buy now, pay later is picking up. It's just a little bit crazy to me that it's a little bit crazy to me there was never any selling in it except for off of the actual high at 283. So I can't see any way this isn't breaking out at some point in the next couple of weeks. Probably through that 283 and change, whatever that high is. Got to look it up to see what it is exactly. But unbelievably strong move. I can't say I've ever seen it. That's why I'm kind of shocked by it. And I only had that one short. When I came in, I wrote down, I said, I'm looking 232 because I was anticipating, as usual, there would be a dip. None to be had. Incredibly bullish when you see something like that.
I'll take the other side. Look at this Affirm, guys. Needs to be up more than 8%. Up 15%. Let's go. Brennan, what up?
Another NFT-related stock just popping back up here. TKAT had a big move today as well. On volume, went from 720 up to 9, but we're coming back through 8 here. Bit of a volume spike there. Still 15% for Takung, guys.
All right, guys. So Affirm right here, guys, $64, straight to the upside today. And again, we talked to Mark about it. He sort of was saying that maybe there was some negative news coming there and that maybe the value of Affirm, should have been a little bit lower based on that because then there was a acquirer that was out of there. But I just wish that we would have taken that long through this kind of a break here or some of this. But again, I didn't believe in it that much. So again, that's why you're going to see limited numbers for me today on the number of stocks. I think it was like 6 or 7. Oh, we do have a red stock on the day forward. We'll talk about that in a minute. But here's Affirm, guys. 64 on the bottom there. So that was a good one. And if you are interested and you're joining us for the first time, you can go over here at Trader TV Sean. There's a lot of fakes out there. Oh, this was a good one. I remember that sticky note. But here it is right here. If we're going to talk about it, Affirm, after the square should be more than 8% up. I just wish we would have took that. We talked about Hood as well. Oh yeah, Hood. We could talk about Robinhood. That was a good trade for us, actually. So we're short here, out, shorted again, and then out there on the break through 37. So the last short, 36.80, out there, 37.06 or so. So that's about a 26 or 27 cent hit. And then check out this, man. We're actually lucky enough to get shorts here at Day Trade the World. So we got shorts, paid for them on Hood. I don't even think it was 5 cents, 10 cents a share, something like that. So we go short there at 37.65. And then as you could see, cashed it out, man, below 37. Our best out there, 36.87. So if you're seeing some damage done on Hood, that's why. Nice move to the downside right there. And then catching it again, and then just getting out once it broke back above 37. So really, man, we just, we took right there, that's 63s out 25s, that's 40 cents. And then there's another 60 cents, and then there's about 80 cents, and then there's the other 60. So needless to say, Hood today, another good trade, but we are up. I don't think this stock should be up. So if you are looking to trade Robinhood, and I know you can't go short, but to me, this is a short. I wish I could hold it overnight. I would basically hold this thing until at least 40, which was that top 40.50 or so on IPO day Thursday. So watch out for Hood starting to go up to the top.
I can't see any way that thing gets over 42, but it made a move into that 37, which you know is a good price, and 38, of course, will be there. I think just multiple levels that you want to play that to the short side. This RMA, look, it's talked about 350. We're at 349 here, and it gets slightly in the money to that 420 level. Gonna have to start taking it off. The breakout isn't necessarily there. I like the fact that it held that higher low. The short had everything to do with the halt trade, by the way. Like this, if it looks, I know it looks weird, because we're just talking about it in the chat here. It looks really weird to have a short off of a price like this. You're like, yeah, but it spiked to 5. Like, why not short at $5 when it comes back in? Because for me, the short was when it broke back below the whole price at 485. And then I'm shorting the first cluster we could get. And that just happened to be in 70s because it did hold not even just pre-market lows, but it actually held like this 930 breakout price at 380. That's the reason why we're long here. But we're running out of time to be able to get out of this one, guys. It does feel like it's running out of steam. So going to have to cover it as we go into the close. About to get those imbalances in about 20 seconds. I'm not holding anything that will be affected by the imbalances. I mean, there's a decent chance. I know you're in a rocket there in Neo. Sometimes when those are in play, you can see some imbalances in the next few seconds. But I kind of think summertime, probably not.
Yo, what's up, gamer? Yeah, look, I'm actually long. You're right. I mean, I like SoFi. I still like SoFi. I mean, I've been saying how much I like PaySafe as well, and that I just bought some more PaySafe. I like the fintech spot, and honestly, I'm not. There's no more money. I haven't averaged into SoFi or anything. I thought on this kind of a dip into this area that we would retrace back to 20. So yeah, mind the crystal ball, but yeah, SoFi right now not good. Yeah, thanks Valeria for pineapple there. Yeah, go SoFi. Look, I'm hoping SoFi can go too. I am long that, but I'm not putting any more money into it. You guys. Yeah, I'll give it to Brandon in a second. You guys did see here that PaySafe right now is another name that we've been long this name. My last buy there was 10, so at least there's some money being made on PaySafe, but still, I think this thing goes to 20. So there you go. There's another call. We'll see where we go. I think you need to wait for a little bit until the fall, which is not too far away, or what am I pointing at, or Christmas for that. Brendan, kill him.
That is a camera. Let's talk about earnings, guys. We have still a pretty busy week as far as earnings are concerned coming up. Mainly Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll get into some bigger names. There are a few on here, though, that are decent. Tonight and tomorrow.
Right in the middle, Alibaba, Nikola, Eli Lilly. Whatever, it's not a sexy stock, but it's a good one, and why not? That's the ones we'll be looking at here. Obviously, all those Chinese names, like we said in the morning, some of those Chinese listed names are still going to be in play. I think that's going to stay true. The EV space, because Tesla made some moves today, obviously going to be in play now that we have that 700 breakout, and there's still some good earnings rest of the week. I'll be paying close attention to Virgin Galactic. I know they report later in the week, I think on the 5th, but big move today on no catalyst that I could see outside of earnings at the end of the week.
Okay, yeah, I'm just maybe Valeria, you can find out when PaySafe reports, PSFE. Oh, you know what? We got to do that again. We're going to do that. Can Valeria guess the stock symbol again? Yeah, she wants to do it. So DM me any symbols you guys want, and we'll see if we can trick Valeria. I don't think she's got. Have you got one wrong yet? I don't think so. Yeah, she's been absolutely on fire with those. So maybe we will investigate that one more time. Okay, Tesla, and it doesn't look. Oh yeah, let's check out the imbalances now because they're out. So let's have a quick look on this one. Whoa, what was that? Was that EDU? Wow, EDU with a 21 million share sell. Okay, let's see what that's done on the minute chart here. Yes, look at that. So there you go. Like this is a good example, guys. I'm glad I could show this to you. So let's do this quickly. And remember, I'm all about education here, so hopefully this can work a little bit. These are market on close orders. So these are the orders that are about to get executed at the close, right? So they still can get paired off. So this could go down to 0, right? Which means they've matched them. But so far, it came out 22 million. You add this plus that gives you that 22 million, and they haven't paired that much. So here we go straight to the downside, EDU. And just like this is a decent number for Uber. So let's see if that bumped them a little bit higher. Uber coming later on this week as well. Yeah, you can see an initial bump from 58 up to about 70. And then they're like, no, we don't like Uber, which I want to get into Uber. So I'm hoping that they really get destroyed on earnings. And then we'll see about picking some up a little bit lower. I think earnings should be good. Hopefully they sandbagged the quarter because I don't know if they expected this reopening, what that looks like. And I think that's part of the problem. Like I saw 22,000 cases in Florida yesterday. Like, wow, that seems to be a little bit too much there, Florida. So we'll see there how that's going to affect Uber and what they're going to be talking about moving forward. But that's that. And right now we might have to get out of NEO as I don't even see it on here. So NEO right now, 8 cents in the money. But hey, I'm just kind of sitting here with it. Maybe I'll just get this out.
Yeah, I'm taking out that EVK. I'm gonna hang on to that RMED because it's a pretty safe stock, but just watching that EDU because it's sort of got to be on the radar. Anytime you get a bounce that big, it's got to be on the radar going into that close. But I don't see there's no index action or anything like that happening on EDU, so it does seem like it's just a random 20 million sell, but it's done 54 million shares on the day. That's a lot, but. I mean, 21, hey, 40% is 40%. That's a big chunk of it. So we do have to pay attention. A lot of times when it pairs off, there can be that reversal trade. It feels like it's already put a bit of that in. So I kind of feel it might be pairing off just a little bit. That DLPN does make the break. So our last look was to the long side. Couldn't hold it forever. That's getting out at the bottom. It's making top wick when you short it. I tried several times the longs. We scalped it a bit. And then when we got that dip into 11, it broke 11, wicked me out, and now you're breaking 12 finally. So is there room to 14? It felt like there was. I wasn't holding it past 11. Congratulations if you like this one to the long-term side. But new NFT game here. Well, I shouldn't say new because Dolphin's already done this once, and you saw what happened, how hard it came back. We'll see tomorrow. Definitely going to be on the radar. I already know which level I'm watching. It's going to be that $14 range on DLPN, 100%. But let's just see what happens at the close on that EDU. I think it's likely to pair off, but it hasn't yet.
Okay, so we'll hit this, and it's us hitting the rocket shares bang as it goes out of our account and the wrong way. It does break back down below, so that's going to be a 20-cent hit there on Rocket, and by 20 I mean 35 cents. We took the 90 level there off of that. So again, one in, man, just tried it. We could have, it's just greed. Ultimately, we could have easily, I mean, I was watching it, it's bouncing up and down and around. I mean, worst case scenario, I could have took 24, 25 cents on this name easily, and at the highest, even a little bit more than that, but then it comes out, and I mean, I already didn't make fun of it, but I kind of already talked about what this meant for the company. And if you ever see me get into a position one time on news like this, it's not gonna be a heavy spot. We're just waiting to see if it's gonna go. If I had real shares, I would have got them out here, and it's still a real position, so a loser's a loser, so that is on board. And then we did get some 71s here, so that's where my short 80s, 81, 80 half. So it's about a dime or 9 cents there on the first part of NEO. Look, I mean, I was holding for 46 break, which would be a 20-cent hit. My initial bid was down here in the 60s to give that 1-to-1. But right now, it doesn't look like it wants to do anything. We have 4 minutes, and then we got to fly out of this position. So right now, NEO just not doing anything, and we're looking ready, getting ready to pair this off. Let's check on EDU.
It's not paired yet, eh?
Yeah,
it's
I don't know. Down to 11 now. Okay, so it's still going. I don't want this trade, but it is still going down. Look at the short, man. It went down to 205. So there's a big imbalance here right now. We talked about buying Pfizer on any dips. You don't get that opportunity today. But EDU right now still going down and still 20 million to sell. So I guess we'll have to see where this thing wants to go. But 20 million's not a horrible spot there for EDU, guys.
Yeah, it's surprising. I mean, I just finished saying like 2 minutes ago that I thought it was going to pair off. 355 came when you do get a lot of. Now, look, a lot of times at about 355, you do see some order flow come in a couple of minutes to the close, see the same thing happen again. And I would anticipate if a chunk is going to get taken off that number, it's still 19.8 million shares. That would be when it happens. DLPN, I mean, give me a break. You can't seem to stop this thing continuing to the upside. So big time move. It's now up at 1280. Maybe we will get that 14 price to look at tomorrow. And someone just saying a savage dip on AMC. If I call. Okay, I mean, I don't know if I would call that savage, but that's a big move downside on AMD. We did come in saying this is the level here, 34 kind of half, let's call it. That's the one it kind of needs to hold. Had that double bottom at 31. Now you've got that higher low that got put in, going to be tested here at the close. Forget about tomorrow, which I kind of thought would be the case. Going to be tested here at the close, 34.70 on AMC.
All right, yeah, 34.70. Yeah, we had the long on AMC, but it doesn't look like for right now. We're still watching EDU, but it doesn't look like right now NEO really wants to give us that love. So I'm debating just, you know what? I mean, maybe we'll just get this out. How much time is left? 2 minutes? Yeah, I mean, it's not great. We'll put a bid out there on NEO and just take it. There we go. So we'll take 76. But whatever. We'll do the cash cow because it's just sort of topping out the day here. But I don't know, man. This is still at $2.12. It's actually going up right now. So I don't know. I'm assuming this will pair off in the next little while. But right now, EDU is going to the upside. So I don't know. We'll see if it does pair off or not. My guess is it does, and then I want to watch how this moves anyways into the close here. EDU continues to have a big sell side here. We'll see if it can hit this bid. I don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, and the thing about this one, it's probably likely to actually have liquidity after market. Anything that does like 65 million shares, it's only $2. Randy's lurking behind me. I see you, Randy. Trader TV Randy, by the way, ducking and doing the fun thing he does. Stick around. Trade of the day doesn't always have to be a winner. It's going to be square. I have no excuses. I talked about why I was thinking there would be a bit of a dip, because that's what usually happens, but tried shorting it, got in too early, but it would have been a good one if I'd followed my plan. You can see all about it with the trade of the day. We're about to check out this EDU, which is still 19 million. So I'm holding up at 213. I'm going to stare this in the face and not short it, and it'll probably close at like $2, and I will have missed an opportunity here, guys. So EDU certainly worth watching. I don't know why it's such a big sell imbalance. Although, look, that entire Chinese education space, I mean, obviously in a lot of pressure in the last couple of weeks, so I guess we do know why it's a big sell. There it goes. It just paired.
Yeah, it just paired off, and I hit a short, then I got out there quickly. So no real shares there, but it did pair off. So there you go. You see what happens there? Look, I got a short and then got out right away. Small hit, but there it goes right to the upside. EDU. So there's the pair off. So hey, man, you guys saw it live, so that's kind of cool that you're able to see that live. There's Randy. What's up, Randy? Nice looking beard there. Maybe need some trimming. We'll see where that goes from here. But with only 15 seconds left. Mr. Randy, get ready to ring that bell, my friend.
Yeah, we're about to drop the countdown for you guys. Been an interesting Monday, of course. Hey, maybe in a Canadian holiday, but the U.S. market's open. That's why we are here. We're here all week for more earnings. 3, 2, and 1. Ring it, Randy. Don't break it.
All right, and that just about does it. Thank you, Mr. Randy, on the bell, as per usual. Thank you for coming in on this Canadian holiday. Let's see. So it looks like EDU just prints 17s there, I guess. And you can see, yeah, there's the big order there, 10, 20 million, something like that at 17. So it doesn't look like EDU really had too much.
No, it's not.
Just make sure that is the print.
That's not it yet.
No, that came at 59, sorry. That came with 1 second left, so that's why I moved that out. So we'll see where that does come. It should be a decent short, though, because there still was some size here, 16.9 million, so we'll see what it is. Brennan, how do we finish? I have NASDAQ just eking it out. I don't know, what do you have?
Yeah, not so much on my end of the board here, but we'll show you. Just ever so slightly, 0.01. 0.29, S&P about a quarter. TSX closed today for the holiday. We'll be back open tomorrow. Look at this move down here. A nice move for Ethereum, 7.5. Both of these 3 to the downside, guys.
All right.
Hold on a second. Luis Valencia said, I said I would give you the shirt with the pineapples. Did I actually say I was going to give that shirt away? I mean, I don't know. I love that pineapple shirt. I've worked at the Jays game. Lords Guriel was loving that shirt when I was wearing it, by the way. But if I actually said that, I guess I have to honor it, but I don't remember saying it.
I don't know what you said, but yeah, keep that shirt. Very nice shirt there, pineapple shirt. Okay, so I mean, I was wish that this could hit, just so you guys could see it. We do close about 17 or 18, I believe. Anyways, I mean, here's EDU right here. Why do I have SHY up on here? But EDU, anyways, closing, and we'll see where it goes on the daily chart. Oh, that's why my minute chart's not working. We'll see where it closes, and you'll be able to see this, but at least you saw the big size there. The imbalance locator never seems to fail. We'll see what happens here on the close. None of us have position, so I don't know where it's going to end up. My guess, probably 210 or so, something like that. So we'll see where it does close. But today's trade of the day is going to be a good one. It's a loser, but it's square. Hopefully, you guys can watch that. Thank you to Rob. Thank you to Randy. Thank you to Lucas on the 1s and 2s, making the magic happen, trying to make guys like us look good, which is a very, very hard job to do. So I did want to say thank you so much to you guys for that one. There it is. Where did that print come? 18s? I'm not sure where it came, to be honest with you.
I can't see it.
I don't see it. I don't see where the print came. But I assume it did come. There's lots of action right now on EDU. Maybe it didn't. My daily chart's not working. But for everybody here, we'll wait to see where EDU printed. I don't know if it did, but it's going through a lot of volume. We'll be back tomorrow, guys. Stay tuned for the trade of the day. For Neil, for Valeria, for Brendan, I'm Sean, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Happy Civic Day.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.